Welcome to your weekly tarot check-in for August 18th to the 25th. Whether you are new or are a longtime subscriber, thank you for joining the Dog Star Pack. In this video, you will be choosing a reading destined for you based on your zodiac sign or your intuitive guidance. Each reading is timestamped below, so once you have selected your reading, go ahead and jump right down to it. I'm Heather Ellis, and here on my channel, I combine the traditional tarot meanings with intuitive insights to bring forward messages meant to guide you. Whether you are here to learn tarot or tune into the monthly and weekly forecasts, my goal is to support you in living with more purpose and self-trust. If you want to learn tarot, check out my Tarot Talk series, where I break down one card each week in a simple bite-sized way. You'll find the link to the playlist in the description below. If you find value in today's video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. It helps my channel grow and it tells me what kind of content you want to see more of. Now let's dive right into the cards and see what the week ahead has in store for you. These readings are for all zodiac signs, and for a complete picture of the weekly energy, select piles for your sun, moon, and rising sign. There are 3 ways to choose your reading. So the first way is through this pile being your sun sign, this is your moon sign, this is your rising sign, and if you don't know your sun, moon, or rising sign, then it is this 4th pile. Another way that you can choose is based on intuitive guidance. So you look at each pile and look at the runes that are sitting on top and which one are you attracted to, which one are you drawn to. So let your intuition guide you. The final way, the third way, is based on the elements of each zodiac sign. So if your sun, moon, or rising sign is a fire sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, then this first pile is for you. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is an earth sign, which would be Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, then this pile 2 is your pile. If your sun, moon, or rising sign is an air sign, so that would be Gemini, it would be Libra, or Aquarius, then the 3rd pile belongs to you. And if your sun, moon, or rising sign is a water sign, which would be Cancer, it would be Scorpio or Pisces, then this 4th pile is for you. So go check out the timestamps below and I will see you there. So for those of you who selected pile 1, this reading here is for you. I'm going to just set the rune up here and I'm going to set the cards here. I'm going to start with the tarot cards and then we'll go into the oracle cards. So you have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so for most of you, this is in the area of your relationships, but it's going to resonate differently for each of you on the type of relationship. So this could be romantic partners, friends and family, could be coworkers and colleagues, or it could even be like a business partnership. So that's going to resonate differently for each of you. You will know how it applies, but with the Wheel of Fortune here, the luck is improving. So if there's been any difficulties or stagnant energy in that area in your life, you're going to find that this is changing. Things are going to get moving. What I find really interesting about this particular reading is you have the Ace of Cups and 10 of Cups. So an ace is a beginning of an energy cycle. It's the seed that we plant and we grow and nurture, and it grows into that 10. So you start at the 1 and it ends at the 10. So that's the ending of the energy cycle. And you have both of them here. So what this is looking like to me is that in one of your relationships, and as the example, just because it's easier to explain it using an example, I'm going to use a romantic relationship or a partnered relationship. So if you were in a partnered relationship and you found that things either weren't moving or, things just haven't been going the way you've been wanting them to, first, things are going to start turning around. Things are going to start improving. That perhaps communication is going to improve, whatever that may be. But I think it's also about an evolution in the relationship, especially with this Ace and 10 here. So what I see kind of happening would be where one cycle in the relationship is coming to a completion and a new one is beginning. So how this could play out as an example, if you're in a committed relationship, this could be where now maybe you're moving in together, like you're taking that next step, that next stage, right? Or maybe you're getting engaged, you're getting married, or you're deciding to have children, or you're purchasing a house together. So it's that, or maybe you're both retiring and you're going to downsize your house and buy a cottage somewhere. Like it's that kind of an energy where it's that next stage, next step in the relationship. It doesn't have to be that grand as getting married. It could be something very simple. And but it's a very nice energy here. Very good week, very positive week. That with the Wheel of Fortune here, this is just really showing, essentially what it comes down to is showing growth in a relationship that you have and in that area of your life. So good energy. And do know if you have been suffering any kind of challenges or difficulties, or even if at the beginning of the week you find there are difficulties or challenges in in one of your relationships. Again, any relationship could even be your relationship with your boss. Do know with the Wheel of Fortune here, the universe has your back. Things will improve, things will get better. So if there's a challenge at the beginning of the week, luck is on your side, the universe is on your side. Also, in life in general here as well with the Ten of Cups, this can just be that your family is completely supporting a new opportunity in the area of your relationships and romance. With this. So, for example, if you have a new partner or you've met someone and you're dating them and you're bringing them home to meet the parents, it does look like your family's going to approve. So that's another way that this can play out. So I'm going to pull the Archangel Power Tarot card for you, and you have the Two of Gabriel. So this is making bold and ambitious choices, great progress is possible, and important relationships with people who share your vision. So that's what you have for the Archangel Power Tarot card, which is, again, there's that like evolution in a relationship that you're seeing there. The next card I'm going to pull is a Shadow Work card, Oracle card. So the Shadow Work Oracle cards are really things that, things that we can bury, like that can be emotions, it can be thoughts, anything really that we bury deep in and we want to suppress and hide from the world and hide from even ourselves. And we need to bring those to the light. We need to bring them to the surface so we can deal with them, face them, and either release them or integrate them into our lives in order to better achieve the goals that we want to achieve, because these things kind of subconsciously get in our way. So your Shadow Work Oracle card is Inner Balance. So it's what you resist persists, what you accept transforms. So this is about wholeness and duality. So if you've experienced any resistance in your life, and I believe that that could be part of that wheel with any stagnant energy. So where has there been stagnation in your life? Is that because you are resisting something, not facing something? And that is what this is saying to you, that you need to bring that to the surface and start learning to kind of go with the flow a little bit more. And that will help you resolve any of those kinds of conflicts. And then we also have, this is your Healing Reiki card or your Living Reiki energy card. And we have Practice Happiness. And it says practice happiness because as His Holiness the Dalai Lama says, the purpose of life is to be happy. So, and I do think that this week is a very good week for you to be happy and express happiness because you have a lot of positive cards here. Now we're going to finally go to the rune. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. So that is our rune that you have. And I believe that this is Peyorth that we have. And Peyorth helps us to see, can help us to see the future, but it also helps us to develop the feminine, our feminine intuition. And, Cups energy is about emotions, it is about relationships, it's also about creativity, but it's also about the intuition. So it does look like this week you are working on developing your intuition. The other thing with Peyorth is it does represent fertility. It can represent like hidden things. It can represent guidance, a new beginning. And with this Ace of Cups here, we do kind of see this fertility, this a new beginning, especially in the area of your relationships with others. So this is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Make sure that you comment below. I would love to hear how this is playing out for you, what type of relationship it's playing out for you in, and I will see you next week. Take care. And for those of you who picked reading number 2, this one is for you. I'm just going to set the rune up here. I'll set these cards here. We're going to start with the tarot cards and then we'll go into the oracle cards. So we have the King of Swords, we have the Magician, and we have the Hierophant. So you have a lot of powerful cards here. Yeah, the King of Swords, the King of Swords is telling me that you're planning, you're strategizing, you're working on something. And with the Magician, it's working on something because you want to create something. You want to take a vision and manifest it and create it in this physical world, in the physical reality. And then with the Hierophant, it's like you could be seeking guidance from someone, or you could be the guide, or like in tapping into your own inner wisdom. It's like trusting like knowledge that is being an expert in an area of knowledge, in a field of knowledge here, and applying that. But it's traditional wisdom. It's not like, intuitive downloads and insights. It's that traditional wisdom that comes from books, that comes from, other people have mastered it, written it, and you've studied it and you've learned it that way. So what I'm really seeing here is that this is a week for you to really, anything that you want to make happen, make happen. You have all the skills, abilities, talents to turn your vision into reality, turn your dreams into something physical, and creating a legacy for yourself. With the King of Swords here, you're tackling it, you're approaching it from a very logical point of view, from using logic, reason, your intellect, and using that to your advantage and strategizing. It's like mapping out the stages and steps to success. And so this is a very good supportive energy as well. And then again, with that Hierophant, it's either you are the master of this knowledge and this keeper of knowledge, and you're using that in to express with the Magician card and create something real, or you could be seeking guidance from someone else, working under a master, for example. So if you were an apprentice, for example, you could be working under someone that way. But the other thing with the Hierophant too, the Hierophant is also about building something solid and stable. So yeah, that is your week really. This week is just building something. You are working towards some kind of goal, and you have this vision, and you're just determined to make it happen. So I do really like this for you. And this is a good week if you've been sitting on the fence and waiting for the right opportunity to initiate something. This energy here is really telling me that this is the week for you to like really do something with it. So I'm going to look at your Archangel Power Tarot card, and of course you have the Magician again. So this is that you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear in successful beginnings. So yeah, if you've been waiting for the perfect time, you know what? In life, there's never a perfect time. This week, go for it. This is a good week for that. Now I'm going to look at your Shadow Work Oracle card. So this is really anything that blocks us or stops us from reaching our goals, because it's that hidden stuff that we hide within, whether or not it's emotions, mental thoughts, bad habits, but whatever it is, we stuff it down and we don't want it to come to the surface. So with shadow work, you want to bring it to the surface. You want to acknowledge it, and that way you can look at it clearly and either release or integrate it into yourself, so you can learn to work with that energy and make it a strength versus something that gets in your way and prevents you from achieving what you want to achieve. And you have Spirit Awakening. So sit with your shadows. It's the way to enlightenment. So this is using your intuition and your spirituality and connecting to that. So yeah, if you have been waiting for like that perfect time to start something or do something, or you've just haven't, for some reason, have not started some kind of a project that you've wanted to work on, or you've been sitting on the fence about going after a goal that you want, sit with that and look at why haven't you initiated that? What's really going on, and how are you getting in your own way? And use your intuition to find that and bring it to the surface, because again, this is the week to start something. Now I'm also going to look at a Living Reiki Healing card, and you have your spiritual journey. Okay, so we're all spiritual, all of the time, because that is what we are. Spirit having a human experience, not humans having a spiritual experience. However, each person's spiritual journey has to be taken at a pace and in the way that suits him or her. So it's just some of these cards here are kind of telling me that one thing that when whatever it is that you want to, whatever big goal you have, big dream you have, big vision you have that you're looking to manifest and do in this world, just make sure it's authentic to you and it's what you truly want and in line with who you are. And that's going to also help you to lead to your success here. And now we're going to look at your rune, and we have Ur. I'm going to hold this up a little bit more. I hope that you can see that. I'm just looking at the camera up top there to make sure. Okay. So Ur, this is a good rune to have and is very supportive of this energy, because this is about vitality. This is it's about your passions, your instincts, courage. So when you have Ur, it's saying that this is a good time to like use your creative energy, because you have a lot of vitality, you have a lot of drive right now, and that is what you need to push something forward. So this is what I have for you for this week. Please comment below and let me know what it is that you're working on. I'd love to hear all about it. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Take care. And for those of you who picked reading number 3, this one is for you. And I'm just going to move the rune up here, and I'm going to separate the cards a bit. We're going to start with the tarot cards, and then we'll look at the oracle cards. So we have the Empress, we have Justice, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Really nice cards for you. Okay, so with the Empress is all about abundance. This is planting seeds, nurturing them, letting them grow, and they will turn into something abundant, something that will bring you happiness and joy and security and comfort for many years to come. So it's that kind of an energy with the Empress, but it is about creating something. With Justice and Six of Pentacles here, though, Justice can be about a decision, a choice to be made, but I'm really or balance, and I really feel like this is a balance. This is about, and I feel it's about balancing your needs with the needs of others. So needs of the people that you're in relationships with, friends, family, whatever it is, because we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is the card of reciprocity. What goes around comes around. It's giving and receiving, giving and taking. So I think whatever seeds you're planting, it's feeling to me like you have something that you're working on, something that you want to start and initiate and working towards abundance. But with Justice and the Six of Pentacles here, it is also telling me that this isn't a goal that you're just pushing forward that's just going to benefit you. Yes, it might bring you financial abundance. It might bring you emotional abundance. It could bring you, satisfaction in every area of your life, whatever that is. But it also has this feel to it, like it also benefits and helps other people. So it's almost like an idealistic goal, right? Where you want to create safe spaces or something for other people, but something that's going to nurture and benefit others and has that long-term benefits to others with these two cards here. So like balancing your needs with the needs of others, but also doing something that is going to bring joy and happiness and abundance to the lives of other people, not just yourself. And it's almost like what I'm getting from this is when you do that and you focus on creating something that can help others, it's going to have a more lasting impact, but more returns as well, especially if there's a financial element to it, that you will find that you're rewarded. You're rewarded. It's like that, when you give, you get back energy here. So I'm going to pull your Archangel Power Tarot card now. And we have the Ace of Ariel. So it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or a promotion. So if this is related to work in any way, I do feel like it's got this almost like a humanitarian element to it, or helping others, or this benefit to others, benefit to society. You could find it's in nursing, teaching, any field like that that helps other people. So, okay, and next up we are going to look at, this is your shadow work oracle card. And the one thing with shadow work oracle cards is that it helps you to find, the things that we bury deep within ourselves and how we essentially end up getting in our own way, because it's repressed emotions, feelings, thoughts, like all of that stuff, the things that we bury deep. And eventually they cause personal roadblocks, and we end up doing it to ourselves. So the whole goal with shadow work is to bring these things up, to these traumas, these wounds up to the surface, so we can acknowledge them. We can either release them or we can integrate them into ourselves, so then they no longer become obstacles for us. And you have avoidance. And this says it's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. So, okay, so with avoidance, it's where have you been? I feel like this is almost like, where have you been putting on those rose-colored glasses, not seeing things clearly, or turning a blind eye to, something that is right in front of you in order to avoid it, rather than looking at the cold hard truth. And some of this can be with justice and the Six of Pentacles here. Some of it can also be looking at where are you giving too much, or where are people taking too much? Where's there unbalanced relationships in your life, and where do you need to acknowledge that and then set boundaries so you aren't being taken advantage of anymore? And that's the energy that I see with that avoidance. And then our living Reiki healing card, we have connect with our high self. And this says, connecting with our higher self is easier than most people think. Yet without this connection, it is often difficult to find the strength, understanding, and inspiration we need to live our lives. Find somewhere quiet where you can be undisturbed for a while. Somewhere in nature is especially good, and sit or lie down and simply intend to connect with your higher self. When it is guidance from your higher self, the answer often pops into your mind even before you've finished formulating the question. So yeah, and connecting with your higher self can help you to find those areas, or acknowledge and realize, where it is where you might be giving away too much of yourself, people taking advantage of you, and how you can address that without completely offending or being off-putting with other people. So that is what you have there. And then finally, we're going to look at your rune, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see. I'm hoping that you can see that. Okay. And this is Dag, this rune here. And this is a nice rune. This is a rune about, it's about positive outcomes and satisfaction. It's also awareness. And again, that awareness, I think, is part of that shadow work, seeing where you tend to avoid. It could be as simple as avoiding conflict, right? Because you don't want to rock the boat, but maybe sometimes you need to stand up for yourself, right? Make sure that your needs are met. So it can be that awareness, it can create security, but really, essentially, it comes down to Dag is a breakthrough. It is a new dawn. And that is what I have for you for this week. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, click on that notification bell, and I will see you next week. Take care. And for those of you who chose reading number 4, this one here is for you. So I'm just going to move this rune up here, and I'm going to separate the cards out a bit. We're going to start with the tarot cards, and then we will move into the oracle cards. So your cards are, you have the Moon, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and then you have the Ten of Wands. Okay. So the Moon can represent things that are hidden, things that we bury deep. It can also be secrets, and also like hidden things that we hide from ourselves, like our hidden talents, beliefs, ideas. And with the Moon here, though, I feel like the Moon illuminates, not nearly as brightly as the sun, but it still shines some light onto things. So I feel like there's going to be this acknowledgement of something that you've hidden within. With the Queen of Pentacles, this is a great energy for using your resources wisely, but also I feel like this is a good week for you. You're building stability in your life, and you're working to build stability in your life. So this can be in the area of your relationships, or this can be in the area of your money, career, and finance. This is going to be different for each of you and resonate differently. Please comment below and let me know which area of life this is resonating for. But it's like this, things are bubbling up from your subconscious to your conscious mind related to, I think, how what you need to feel safe and secure in this world and to build that stability and security around you. Like what it is, I feel like you're getting some insights and downloads into what it is that you really want to create and achieve in your life for creating stability. And again, this could be in your money, career, finance. This could be in your relationships. This could be in all the above. But with the Ten of Wands here, and tens are a completion of an energy cycle. This indicates that you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, a lot, and that's creating some stress, some burdens, and feeling weighed down. But being a 10, it's an ending of an energy cycle, so it's clearing out this week. And I think that's clearing out because of these insights, the stuff that bubbles up to the surface from your subconscious mind. The other thing, too, I do want to point out, the moon can also it can indicate your intuition. So making sure that you're trusting and listening to your intuition, okay, this week. So next up, we're going to look at your Archangel Power Tarot card, and you have the Four of Gabriel. So this says it's a time for a celebration, abundant rewards for hard work, and release yourself from burdensome situations. And I think that's exactly what you're doing this week, is releasing yourself from burdensome situations. And, with the Four of Gabriel here too, this is also saying, like, if you are under a lot of stress, if you do have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder, you can delegate this week to people around you with this Four of Gabriel, because it's, the people around you are there to help you. For Gabriel is a card of support and stability. And now we're going to look at your shadow work oracle card. So shadow work oracle cards, this really looks at things that, how we can find the hidden, the things that we've buried deep, that we've suppressed and repressed, right, inside ourselves, because you need to bring those up to the surface, bring them to light so we can address them, we can acknowledge them, and either release them or integrate them into ourselves so they don't become subconscious blocks that prevent us from achieving our goals and dreams. And you have resentment. Okay, so it often festers, causing a desire for revenge. Let go of the past and find peace. So maybe even though this Ten of Wands burden and the moon, maybe the burdens that you've been carrying, what the weight that's been on your shoulder has been some resentment. Perhaps, for example, especially with this Queen of Pentacles, an example of how this might end up playing out is that the resentment has been that you feel like things don't come easy for you, and you see everyone else around you and it seems like everything just falls in their lap, and you've resented that, right? And that in and of itself, that's your outlook in life, and that's the energy you're projecting out there, and it makes things more challenging and more difficult. So once you realize that and you let go of that resentment, you'll find things start to come in easier. And also, who cares? Who cares what path other people are on? This is about you. Your life is about you and your path and what is best for you. And sometimes we have to take the harder road just because there's other lessons that we're learning in this life. And then your Living Reiki card is change your reactions. And you have, just because you have formed a subconscious habit and react to certain situations in a certain way, doesn't mean you have to continue doing so forever. You can change your reactions. Yeah, and I really feel like that is linked to that resentment. I really think that this is a week where you are going to have a lot of aha moments, okay, where you're going to really be connecting to your intuition, connecting to your subconscious mind, where things are just going to bubble up to the surface, and you're going to be learning a lot about yourself. I think there's a lot of inner breakthroughs that are going to be happening for you this week. And it's good though, because it's going to allow you to build more stability in your life and with yourself. And now we're going to look at your rune, and I'm just going to hold it up here so you can see it. I don't think that, there we go. Okay, so you have Bjork here, and I'm just going to set that there. I'm hoping that you can still see it. Okay, So Bjork represents new beginnings, and I really feel like this is a new beginning within yourself, for yourself. It can be birth, it can be like prosperity coming in, beauty, but it's really it can indicate a time of regeneration for ourselves. And I feel like this is really what's happening with you. I feel like there's this inner transformation going on with you this week. And this is that new beginning for you. And it's going to be setting you on, that next part of your path with these realizations, and you're going to start moving in more positive directions than you have been. So I do like this for you, and please comment below. Let me know how this resonates with you and how this plays out for you. And be sure to like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And I will see you next week. Take care. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you found value in this week's video. If you enjoyed the reading, found it informative, fun, or both, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my free weekly tarot tutorials and your zodiac signs monthly reading. Have a wonderful week and take care.